So, good afternoon again. I will do the report of what was said during these speeches we just listened to. So, the question was, does art improve our daily lives? So, I would like to first say that these speeches were filled with many examples. So I tried to write and memorize as much examples as I could. So first, let's start with the positive answer to this question. We first talked about art at school, especially art through the artistic and cultural education program that goes from elementary school to 12th grade. And this program allows us to understand the art in different ways. So this program allows students to develop skills that are needed in class, skills that are needed in mathematics, for example, and it teaches students how to work in groups. So this program participates in the cultural development of us students. Then it was said that art could bring joy and comfort to us in our daily lives. We had the example of the Senegalese sculptor. We had an example of a Senegalese sculptor who recently died. He was a bronze worker, and Anne said that while looking at his artworks, at his sculptures, she felt happy, she felt joyful. We also had another example of the Derme family from Burkina Faso, a family of bronze worker. And their art shows us the singularity of this family because the technique is unique, it is ancient. Tony Stark, a designer, a furniture designer, was also quoted. We talked about his juice maker, the Juicy Salif, a very stylish juice maker. We said that making juice with his machine felt better than doing it with an ordinary juice maker. Then we also talked about the use of art in the medical field. For example, audio and visual arts are sometimes used as part of medical treatments for Alzheimer, for example, because having patients listen to songs or view or look at paintings or drawings that had an important impact in their lives allow them to remember what they forgot. So this is really just to show that art touches our sensibility, touches our emotions. Then I would like to explain to you the negative answer we had to this question. So it was said during one of the speeches that art wasn't here to improve our daily life, but to raise awareness and change our mentalities. We have the example of one of Johnny Halliday's relatives who raised awareness on racism, on the racism that was going in South America through his or her songs. Sorry. We also have the example of Jack Prévert. We were giving the example of one of his portraits, one of his books, called Pour faire le portrait d'un oiseau. I can also quote La naissance d'Adam, a painting by Michelangelo, in which he explains a Bible verse through a picture. So, in a general way, this says that art is here to make a better world. Now I would like to go on to a different path, because a participant had the odyssey, I would say, to ask us, public, as listeners, a question before answering the one who was given. So his question is, can art improve our daily life? So he had a very particular view, saying that he first started off with examples. We had the Independence Monument that was made during the decolonization of his country, Togo. And we also can talk about Miriam Makeba, a singer, the South African singer, who denounced apartheid. And also about Emile Zola, who through his work, his goal was to awaken, to awake society, to make it change its views on different topics. So yes, art can impact our daily life, but it isn't one of its main aims. So I would like to, I'm going to my conclusion. We had another question asked by the same participant. So was it the goal? It was a question we needed to think about. Was it the goal of the artist to share the emotions we feel when looking at the works? Maybe not, maybe it wasn't, but it doesn't prevent us from feeling these emotions. And I would like to really conclude now by saying that art's aim isn't necessarily linked to, that art's aim is linked to a certain time, a certain period, but artworks can have an influence no matter the time. So on this note, my synthesis is done. Thank you for your attention.
Good afternoon, everyone. So the speech that we heard was quite interesting. There was a lot of examples. So I'm going to tell us a few examples that were told, and then make my conclusion. So a lot of them talked about music and how music makes them feel. Alice talked about One Love from Bob Marley. Here we talked about Miriam Makiba's music, and every participant of the debate agreed on the fact that heart does bring happiness, pride, harmony, sometimes confidence, for example, by the clothes that you're wearing. But the thing that came out was that it's not heart's first role to improve our daily life. They say that heart does improve our daily life, but it's not the major goal. Heart is at first a testimony for the population, a testimony of their history, let's say, Kugo with Billy's holiday songs that denounce racism. And also the Lomé's Independence Monument that was designed by Paul Ali after the decolonization. So, it was asked if it was the artist's goal to improve our daily life, or he just did it, and if he did it on purpose. We would say that artists mostly does art to help first themselves, but art always have an impact on populations. And someone said that they can't imagine life without art.
On passe au troisième match, on laisse le jury délibérer, on prend 5-10 minutes de pause. Ouais.